News 5 on your side starts now.
The hunt for the Facebook killer.
We're following up on every lead that comes in to us, every single lead.
The search still on here in Ohio and across the nation for the killer who shot a random innocent man, then posted it for the world to see.
Killed 13 people, and I'm about to keep killing until they catch me.
As a family and a community grieves.
I knew that my dad was gonna die yesterday on Easter.
We all ask, why?
They want to shock society, and now they've come up with a new way.
We have to be careful, we have to be vigilant, and we have to watch over each other.
The man now known as the Facebook killer, still on the run tonight. The nationwide manhunt rolls on as we learn new information about Steve Stevens and his victim, Robert Godwin Sr. News 5 has team coverage tonight, from a neighborhood's call for change to analysis of Stevens' actions at a gun range. But we begin tonight with News 5 anchor Frank Wiley, who has the very latest on the search. Frank?
Rob, there's a $50,000 reward for information leading to an arrest. And on Facebook, Stevens joked that he would not be able to make it to work today because of what happened. As you can imagine, the victim's family is struggling to make it through the night. Online, in front of the world, he killed.
Oh, what's up, dog?
Following a single shot, Steve Stevens offered an unbothered Facebook admission.
Everybody keep putting this is that real? That's funny.
Tonight, no sign of him, but Stevens' face is everywhere. His smile hanging in infamy.
Always had to prove myself, always had to take the butts of people's jokes.
He was last seen driving a white Ford Fusion. Cops say he's armed. His victim's family deeply wounded.
I wanted to know his thought process. What was he thinking? Was he afraid? Was he crying or?
Sunday, Stevens pointed his pistol at 74-year-old Robert Godwin Sr., a stranger, and squeezed.
Today is the Easter Sunday massacre.
Officers swarmed this park in Philadelphia after someone said they had seen Stevens, a false alarm.
We've searched every available location where he's either resided, where he's had family members.
I killed 13 people, and I'm about to keep killing until they catch me.
Stevens blamed his girlfriend for his violence.
Man, I'm 37, and all my life, man, I just always been a monster.
He reduced Godwin's death to collateral damage. All right, check this out right here on your screen, the full-screen graphic of the vehicle that Stevens was last seen driving, a white Ford Fusion with the temporary tag of E363630. Of course, if you've seen him or that vehicle, go ahead and call police. Live in Cleveland, Frank Wiley, News 5.
Now, the News 5 investigators went out to Stevens' last known address to track his footsteps before the murder. We talked to one man who saw Stevens outside his ex-girlfriend's home in Twinsburg just on Saturday. That man says Stevens didn't look very happy. Twinsburg police say they never responded to that address before, but they did find weapons when searching that home last night. Officers are now guarding the neighborhood just in case. The Twinsburg City Schools sending out a message tonight after Stevens' connections to the community came to light. They say since police think he is now well out of this area, class and activities will go on as scheduled. However, there will be an extra police presence at the schools tomorrow.
That was my daddy. And then that man killed my daddy for no reason.
It's heartbreaking. Family torn apart because of that random act of violence. And tonight, neighbors near that Cleveland murder scene broadcast on Facebook are calling for change. News 5's Derek Waller spoke with people who live in the city's Glenville neighborhood. Understandably, Derek, a lot of emotion there today.
Rob, a lot of tears tonight and a lot of people having trouble making sense of exactly what happened over on East 93rd Street yesterday. But there is one thing that is very clear. People say that they know exactly what needs to change right now.
Let them get some peace. Just turn yourself in, please.
The mother of two of Robert Godwin's children could not hold back her tears.
He took my kid's father from him. And you still breathing out here. My baby's is hurting.
Angela Smalls and her children stood in the same spot on East 93rd Street where her boyfriend and their father was killed on Sunday.
Nobody knew that my daddy was gonna die yesterday on Easter.
an immediate void total strangers are now filling.
Nobody that matters, look at me, is gonna think you weak because you're crying.
You have no connection to this family.
No.
And so what made you want to do this?
This is my neighborhood.
James Kidd organized this gathering in part to get neighbors in this Glenville community behind a rebirth. Kidd knows the dilapidated houses and vacant lots might have attracted a killer.
It would help if this were, instead of a gated off area, this were a park, because more people would have been out.
But tonight there is a more immediate concern.
Until he's caught, we are not safe. We don't know where he's at.
One that brought longtime Glenville neighbor Tanya Robinson to tears.
I'm still... That man could have been my father. That man could have been me, because I walk these streets. That man could have been a child. We don't know.
In Cleveland, I'm Derek Waller, News 5.
The News 5 investigators are also digging into Steve Stevens' background to see if there were any signs pointing to this deadly breakdown. Stevens posted on Facebook that he lost everything he had to gambling, that he was at his breaking point, and, quote, "I'm really on my murder." Bankruptcy records show Stevens was, in fact, in deep debt, owing $15,000 total to several cash advance companies, student loan collectors, and a debt collection agency as well. Meanwhile, those who know Stevens say some of his fraternity members tried to get him help last year, but Stevens said no.
And I guess that was the final straw for him, and he just felt he had nothing to lose at that point.
Still, the frat brother we spoke with said Stevens was always low-key. He didn't notice anything different about him when he saw him just a couple weeks ago. Facebook video of Steve Stevens right here at an Eastlake gun range firing handguns in 2016. It has some wondering now if this video showed any warning sign of the tragedy that would take place only months later. And a big question tonight: should gun range staff report suspicious customers to the police? News 5 investigator Joe Paganakis went in search of those answers, and Joe, at least one concealed carry expert says it's critical gun range staff keep close watch.
Yes, that's right, Rob. Keep close watch for many reasons, and that video surveillance is an important safety tool.
Video posted on Facebook by Steve Stevens in 2016 at Sherwin Shooting Sports Indoor Gun Range here in Eastlake.
Yeah, but it's my favorite gun as of right now, the Glock 30S.
The Facebook clip showing Stevens outlining a series of handguns. Stevens, a concealed carry permit holder, is also seen being warned by a Sherwin staff member to stop rapid-fire shooting, which is against facility rules, posted here on its website.
And from what I've seen in the videos, he looked to be a very articulate individual.
Concealed carry courses permits instructor Kim Rodecker says Stevens' behavior at the shooting range seemed to show no warning signs.
He wouldn't trip your suspicion, that he was, nuts, that he was going to hurt somebody.
Rodecker says all shooting range facilities have the right to remove anyone from the property for any reason, especially if there are safety or security concerns, and that it's critical gun range staff members keep close watch at all times for unusual behavior or safety violations.
I do feel it's a good idea to have a camera on each and every single stall.
Police say Stevens did not have a criminal record, but even if he did, Rodecker says it isn't the responsibility of the gun range to check. But he says range staff members should take action to report suspicious activity to the police.
They should. They should go out, take his license plate number, and give it to the police. Tell them, hey, this man was in my range. He was saying these particular things, and then that's now under the police authorities what they're going to do.
And Rodecker says some Northeast Ohio gun range locations are now requiring first-time customers to watch a safety video and sign a document before they're allowed to use the facility. Rodecker believes this increased contact between staff and customers is a good idea. Reporting live, I'm News 5 investigator Joe Paganakis.
Okay, Joe, thank you. Also new tonight, Facebook says it is going to review its reporting flows after Steve Stevens' post leading up to and then eventually showing the murder on the social network. Facebook says Stevens' page was disabled within 23 minutes of the first report. They also broke down a timeline of how all this went down on Sunday. Stevens first uploaded a video about his intent to kill at 2:09 p.m. It was never reported. 2 minutes later, the video of the actual shooting was posted. Stevens then confessed to the murder on Facebook Live at 2:22. That was reported shortly afterward, but it was another hour and a half before the video of the shooting was reported. and 23 minutes after that, Facebook disabled Stevens' account. Of course, the fact that this is just the latest crime to play out on social media has many questioning the safety of being able to share anything on the internet.
The people I'm going to kill today is Easter Sunday. It's not my first.
While killers sending confessions to newspapers and taunting police is nothing new, criminal justice expert Dr. Ross Riggs says instant video platforms like Facebook are escalating that danger. It is instant notoriety, and Riggs says that's what these offenders want.
I can one-up him. I can do better than he did, and I can make it more theatrical or whatever. And yeah, there'll be, you can probably guarantee it, there are going to be copycats out there.
While Facebook did take down Stevens' page and that video, the full unedited version is still on many other pages, but Facebook is now working to get rid of those posts as well. And we invite you to stay with News 5 for complete coverage of the manhunt for the Facebook killer. We're still digging into Steve Stevens' background as police continue to search for him nationwide. We'll bring you up-to-the-minute breaking developments both on air and on our News 5 app, and what you need to know about helping the victims in just minutes. But for now, we change gears and check in with Chief Meteorologist Mark Johnson for a look at tonight's forecast.
All right, Rob, cooling down, 50s, even some 40s out there. Sky is pretty much clear to partly cloudy. 51 Elyria to Worcester to Dover, New Philly, 54 in Akron. Clouds confined mainly to the southern portions of the viewing area. We'll see a few clouds in and out. Rain showers are well off to our northeast, so we're going to stay dry. Temps falling into the mid-40s towards sunrise, going up. Tomorrow should be a nice mild day. We'll talk more about that. Quiet and cool night, midweek storms, and we're tracking a much cooler weather weekend. Rob, more on that coming up.
Well, as family members mourn the murder of an innocent man, others look to cash in on their grief and your kindness. The warning tonight about donating to what you think is the family of the Facebook killer's victim. Plus, North Korea still the hot topic as our vice president takes a 10-day tour of Asia. The strong words thrown around after that country's failed missile launch this weekend. And more fallout for United tonight. The policy changes now in place after a passenger was dragged off a plane. The nationwide manhunt still on tonight for the man now known as the Facebook killer. There's a $50,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of Steve Stevens. He's been on the run now for more than 24 hours after posting video on Facebook that shows him shooting and killing a man picked at random on Cleveland's east side. Here's another look now at the car police want us to look out for. Stevens was last seen driving this 2016 white Ford Fusion, temporary tags E363630. Investigators say Stevens could be well out of Ohio by now, but information about his car is still lighting up the ODOT signs and billboards over our highways. If you know anything about Steve Stevens' whereabouts, call 1-800-CALL-FBI. And if you see him, call 911. We do have a warning tonight for anybody looking to help out the family of the man Stevens is accused of killing, Robert Godwin. There have been a lot of GoFundMe accounts set up in his name and thousands of dollars already donated. Problem is, sadly, there's a good chance they all could be fake. Godwin's family told Cleveland police several of the accounts were not set up by them.
They're asking people not to contribute to any GoFundMe or any memorial or any account right now in Mr. Godwin's name.
GoFundMe tells News 5 that they have talked to the family and they will guarantee that the money will go to them or get refunded right back to the donors. They say some of those who organize campaigns did seem to just want to help the family out, but GoFundMe does plan to take down those other fake accounts. Other news now, the war of words escalating between the U.S. and North Korea tonight. Today, Vice President Mike Pence visiting the demilitarized zone along South Korea's border with North Korea after the North failed a missile launch over the weekend. During his meeting with South Korea's acting president, Pence warned that President Donald Trump considers a military response to still be on the table. Today, North Korea's representative to the United Nations blamed the U.S. for escalating tensions.
It has been created a dangerous situation in which the thermonuclear war may break out at any moment on the peninsula and pose a serious threat to the world peace and security.
The world witnessed the strength and resolve of our new president in actions taken in Syria and Afghanistan. North Korea would do well not to test his resolve.
Pence will next head to Japan on his 10-day tour of Asia. The North Korean threat to the region will remain at the top of the agenda. There are a number of new developments tonight with United Airlines and the fallout after a passenger was dragged off a plane. First, its policies. United says passengers who've already boarded a plane will no longer be kicked off flights, now requiring crews traveling on those planes be booked at least an hour before departure. So if a passenger needs to be bumped, it'll happen at the gate. Second, profits. While the drop wasn't as bad as the 70% that Wall Street had predicted, United's profits are down 57% because of increased fuel prices and labor costs. Okay, so as I was going to say, as we head into the weekend, that is wishful thinking for
It's
a
only
Monday.
It's only Monday. We are already looking toward the weekend. It's going to be a little cooler.
Okay.
So let's enjoy some 70-degree weather. So let's get right to it now in the Power of 5. Notice the rain showers are off to our north and east up toward Erie, PA, and sliding away. So we're going to stay dry. Just some ground clutter here and there. 5 live radars. We don't miss a raindrop. No way. Here's our little fading front. Now it's only a little weak wind shift line. It's going to go bye-bye very quickly. Look at all these high, thin clouds. Central and southern Ohio creeping up toward Akron. But right here along the lakeshore, we're seeing a mainly clear sky. Now let's zoom on out. We'll show you tomorrow. Look at all this fair weather and sunshine right inside the red box. All of that is going to settle into northern Ohio and your neighborhood tomorrow. So we're looking for bright sunshine. But then on Wednesday, by Wednesday afternoon into Thursday, we get moisture from this system and even some moisture from this system pooling over Ohio. And that will mean rain showers. Front fades. Warm front comes in. Here are those showers beginning to pool. There they are. And a little front will kind of park all the way into Thursday across northern Ohio. So some wet weather from midweek into Thursday. So tomorrow, good day to go golfing, right? 45 degrees tonight, a few clouds staying cool. Tomorrow, why not? Let's do 71 degrees, sunny skies, dry and mild. Great day. Look at all that sunshine. We'll see a few little clouds, especially by late afternoon, but all in all, should be a nice day to get outside. 70 for Akron, Canton, mainly sunny, dry and mild. We'll start off in the 40s, but look, 70 by 4 p.m. So going to school in the 40s, coming home near 70, not too shabby. Wednesday, it's PM, thunder, 74. Thursday, there's more showers and storms likely, 68. And then the cool down arrives. Uh-oh, top on the Jeep, Rob Powers.
Got it.
52 Friday, Saturday, 58. A few showers on Sunday, mid-50s, 53 on Monday. And you notice those overnight lows cooling back into the 40s. After all, it is still April, not yet summertime. So we're due for some cooler weather. Unfortunately, it's for the weekend. Let's go back to Rob.
But we're getting there. We have gorgeous pictures tonight, Mark, of that wildflower super bloom in California. They are pouring in right now, but not only do we have these breathtaking shots, we also have satellite images from space that show the extreme difference in greenery from December on the left and then what's going on right now in March. This super bloom follows years of extreme drought.
Big night in sports. Cavs with a change of pace tonight against Indiana. We'll show you what they did in the playoffs as they turned it up in the second half. They leave the Pacers in the dust.
Now, News 5 Sports, sponsored by Buick GMC of Beechwood.
Cross court picked off by Jefferson, and this is James by himself.
More like it. Some playoff intensity tonight for the Cavaliers at home in front of a great crowd. Cavs built a 19-point lead tonight. Kevin Love really turned it on in the third and set the tone. Love, watch him right here. Comes up with an easy bucket. Then off a LeBron miss, the one-handed rebound for the bucket. Oh, nice. Love with 27 and 11. LeBron with the drive to the lane, 25 and 10. Kyrie, 37 points tonight. Big three at the end of the third quarter, but still was a close game in the end. Watch the inbounds pass. Ty Lue is so good at drawing up these plays. Kyrie comes up with a bucket. 117, 111 the final. Kevin Love with a big night.
You know, playoff basketball is about making winning plays and giving your body up. And, you know, all night long he stood in there and tried to take charges. And I thought all of them could have went either way, and that's what it's all about.
I just want to help my teammates out, sacrifice my body. I felt like I did that tonight, and whether it got called or not, I feel like it's setting its tone for the rest of the team that more than anything being a selfless act and giving your body up and hoping it goes the right way.
Amon Shumpert also with a big night tonight. We toss things over to Lauren Brill, who's standing by at Quicken Loans Arena. Lauren.
Andy, the Cavs had fans really loud and excited here tonight at the Q, especially in the third quarter when the Cavs had a 19-point lead with about 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. But then fans started biting their nails a little bit in the fourth quarter when that lead dwindled all the way down to 4 points with about 20 seconds left to go in the game. After the game, we talked to Channing Frye about blowing the double-digit lead, and he didn't seem too concerned.
Things happen. It's making adjustments, they go on runs, things happen. But we got the win, so we're just going to look at how we can get better. The game's about runs, and so we just, missed some shots there, and they were attacking our traps and stuff. So, there were some mistakes that were made. We just got to look, and, we got another win, so that's all that matters.
J.R. Smith left the game with a left hamstring injury. The team saying he'll be evaluated tonight. He'll get some treatment tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, they'll release an official update. Game 3 is Thursday night in Indianapolis, and the Cavs definitely happy to be heading to Indy with a 2-0 lead in this series. Reporting live from the Q, Lauren Brill, News 5. Back to you, Andy.
Thank you very much, Lauren. Indians starting a 4-game swing in Minnesota tonight. Edwin Encarnacion drives in his first run of the season with a runner in scoring position. It was big tonight, 2-1 in the third. Then Michael Brantley, man, this is just so great to see. His second home run of the year. The Indians win 3-1. Minnesota ended the game with the bases loaded, but Cody Allen got it done. Off-season workout started for the Browns veterans today. They reported to Bria. Over the next few days, we will hear all kinds of things about the draft from the Executive Vice President of Football Operations, Sashi Brown, and head coach Hugh Jackson. Stay tuned for that throughout the rest of the week. We're back after this.
All right, so you love coffee, but you say you hate the stains it leaves on your teeth. Well, some creative minds in England may have come up with a solution. A company says it developed the first colorless coffee on the market. That's coffee right there.
It's called water.
Unflavored coffee. They say it's made from Arabica beans, pure water, and produced by methods you never used before. They aren't saying what those methods are, nor have they released a full list of ingredients, but coffee's not cheap either. 2 packs is going to cost you more than $7.
And what attire is the Emperor wearing?
Yes, it's water, artificial flavors, and caffeine.
A little clear coffee for you.
Nice.
There you go. All right, that's it for the fellas. That's it for us for now. For Mark Johnson, Andy Baskin, and the whole team, I'm Rob Powers. We do thank you for being with us tonight. Stay with News 5 for the latest on our breaking news. Good Morning Cleveland starts at 4:30 a.m., and we will see you right back here tomorrow night.
Energize your morning with Good Morning Cleveland and News 5 Traffic Now updates from the Akron Canton Airport Traffic Center.